When I look back to all of the work that we've done, starting in the beginning, kind of not knowing what direction we were really going to go, having an idea, and then just kind of seeing that idea blossom into a program that we know that we're going to be able to sustain. You know, like we understand and value the importance of water, and we know that it's important to educate our kids. Working with the kids, you know, of course, getting the water fountains installed into school, that was a big accomplishment.
And we posted it like on social media, and it was really cool to see a lot of the feedback from some of the people, like, you know, like fancy water bottle or fancy like water fountain. But that's like the first, like one of the first coolest things, I guess, that has come to the school in a while, I would say. Yeah.
It really made them feel like proud, you know, that's something that they only seen in the city, like just something simple like a water bottle filling station. It's like, no, we have that here. So you know, you could see the kids just being excited about it, like, oh, I want to use my water bottle to get some water. So it was really neat to see.
When we went into the schools and we taught them the idea that this is how much sugar is in each beverage and how much water has no added calories, no sugar. And then they were really amazed and like, wow, really, you know, are we doing, you know, what have we been putting in our bodies, you know? And just the idea of being healthy.
Even just to see, you know, stack the little sugar cubes to see what's in a drink. I think that really just opened their eyes instead of hearing things and, you know, not visually seeing something. They were able to make that connection, and it made a bigger impact on them.
We gave them the water bottles and like, what's gonna go in here? And they're like, water! And they were so happy about it. It was really nice.
In our initial data gathering, we found that a lot of students weren't using them because they felt like the water fountains were dirty, or they were broken, or kind of that whole, what they've always heard is, you know, the water fountain, or like the water here is not safe to drink. So then the school kind of compensated, and they bought the portable stations for them to use. And we kind of asked, well, why aren't you using that? The students said, you know, well, because we don't have cups, you know, and they left it up to the teachers to buy cups. And so that's how the whole grant started, was, you know, buying all of these cups and supplies.
So when parents or kids would bring like slushies or soda, we would have to get the courage to go up to them and say, you know, this is a water-only event, and, you know, if you bring sugary beverages into the building, we're gonna have to fine you for $1. And so with that money, we turned it in, and we made you know, good snacks for the kids that they could use, and we got more water.
Of course, learning from the rest of our cohort, which was completely awesome, but, you know, just kind of what ZYEP would share with their water-only events, we just thought that's kind of what we're already doing, and why not just continue with that? We'll probably make it a written policy that all of our youth events will be water-only events.
On our bike camps, in order to go on a field trip, and on the permission slip it says you cannot bring like Cheetos, yes, flavored drinks or any of that. We tell them it's not going to enhance your performance, you know, it's going to bring you down, you're going to feel sluggish.
When we first brought the idea that we were going to do water-only events, like we had a big old sign like where they were taking admission, like when it came to the youth basketball. But some of the parents, they did have their drinks with them, and they just kind of like, why are you doing this? And then we told them like, you know, of course water is good for you, and we want the kids, you know, to know that, you know, water's like eventually the best thing for them. We just see that that's a good way to help support your child when they participate with us. And so I know one of like the grandmas, she's just like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And she goes, all right, I'll be sure not to bring like my whole bag of like goodies and stuff like that.
There's a little spot where it shows how many people have filled their water, and it shows a percentage, and it was like over 3,000, and it was like amazing. I'm like, oh wow, these guys are using it, you know. It's like, this is what we were, you know, fighting for, what we stand for, and it's happening.
Usually when you do grant work, it's just like for the designated amount of time that you have the grant. And I honestly feel this is not how it's going to be with what we're doing here. I know this is going to continue on. I feel like our program, our staff, we all know how important it is to continue teaching the importance of drinking water. And we also know that we're not done with our work because it's like this is just starting something for us here.